McCook's Mr. Bill. It's an honor to have you here. And yeah, it's Good Friday. The city of McCook has 4 Easter egg hunts in this town of 7,000 people. The norm is 2. Maybe that tells you that there's a lot of people with a bucket of money to give away to the kids. Not that that isn't a nice thing to do. With that in mind, though, the fairy tale of the Easter eggs is also a time for planting tators. And that's no fairy tale. Seed potatoes, Good Friday. That's Good Friday. It is a traditional time to plant your potatoes. These potatoes have a lot of eyes on them. That's what you want when you're buying seed potatoes. They run about, I think they were 50 cents a pound down here at D&S hardware store. So I bought a bunch, and I'll get about a dozen plants out of each potato. A dozen plants. Now those dozen plants, with a little luck, I should be able to get 5 pounds of potatoes out of every plant, or 60 pounds of potatoes from just one seed potato. Now that ain't too bad. Now if you do the math on that, and of course I can put in about 30 here, so that's talking in the neighborhood of 150 pounds of potatoes. That's not too shabby. And even if it breaks down and is a lesser year, 100 pounds. Both of them will take you a long ways through the winter so that your family can eat well, eat safer, and keep the dollars in your own pocket. This is some of the ways I do it. But before I plant, I take the gourd leaves that I dried over the winter, and I'll sprinkle them through here, which will prevent the bugs from bothering much of anything. Well, I got the rest of those potatoes planted here at the house. And 30 is enough, because I, again, can get real short on water by the end of the summer when it isn't raining. My 1,100 gallons of water can be used up real quick. With that in mind, I also have plenty of extra potatoes. And so when I and my wife go for walks, quite often down on the riverbanks or on low-maintenance roads, just to enjoy Mother Nature, the ways I do it is by taking these seed potatoes in my pocket, get it out, cut out a chunk and plant it along the roadways or along the river banks to put food in my family and for my family or friends that need it. You bet. So, potatoes, seed potatoes, onions, garlic, beets, there's all sorts of bulb plants that you can plant along there. And yes, you're going to feed the wildlife. Yes, I know that. But there'll still be some left with a little bit of luck. And of course, if you use the wild gourd leaves, that'll drive off most of the animals. It's an animal and bug repellent. Doesn't harm wildlife, but it keeps them from destroying your crops as much.